Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by the SGPN app. Get all of our picks and podcasts for free with the SGPN app. The Sports Gambling Podcast is giving away $1,000 in NFL bets with the phrase that pays. Phrase that pays. Tune in to all 32 NFL team previews for your chance to win. New sponsor alert, Clutch Parlays. We're brought to you by Clutch Parlays. They have predictions for every MLB, NFL, college football, and NBA game. The predictions are updated live during the game, which means you get updated odds through every pitch, basket, and possessions. They also highlight the best sportsbooks to place their highest edge parlays. Compete against other users in weekly, monthly, and all-time profit leaderboards. Most importantly, Clutch Parlays is easy to use with a simple and clean dashboard. Clutch Parlays is a one-stop shop for research and plus EV opportunities. The best part is you can get 1 month free with promo code SGPN. That's clutchparlays.com, promo code SGPN. Finally, Underdog. Spreads, money lines, totals, and parlays are all available on Underdog Fantasy. Plus, Best Ball Mania is the best way to play fantasy football. I have over $15 million in prizes, including $2 million to first place. Underdog is available in a ton of states. New customers play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with code GOLFSGPN. We're live. Michael Brennan, two-time PGA Tour winner now, taking down the Wyndham Championship in unbelievable form. You texted me on Sunday. You were like, we should have seen it.
Yeah.
I was on him the last 2 weeks or last 3 weeks, I think. And I was like, I can't go back to Brennan again, especially at a course where I'm looking for like more plotters. And he got the job done. So shout out Michael Brennan.
Yeah. I mean, number was great. Form was there. It made a lot of sense. Was he on the chart? I don't pay attention to that.
He was not. I don't believe so, but I'll double check right now. But I don't think Michael Brennan was like a popular pick per se.
Yeah, it was a little devastating seeing him win. Huge Michael Brennan fan. I mean, I was on him last year in his first one when nobody really knew who he was. And now, like you said, two-time PGA Tour winner in 12 months. So still pretty young, still accomplished a lot more than a lot of these guys.
Yeah, he was not.
No,
he was not.
Makes me feel worse.
But we head to the playoffs. TPC Southwind, the host of the first leg of the playoffs for I think this is the 5th year where it's hosted the playoffs. Used to be a regular event. Now it is a playoff event. Seen a ton of elite names win here, a ton of elite ball strikers win here. Golf course where approach really separates you. And also you need to be playing from the fairway. Although it is a longer course, you definitely want to look for some driving, more total distance total driving than driving distance, because there's some 3-inch Bermuda rough. You don't want to be playing out of that, especially when it's going to be firm and fast. There's going to be a little bit of rain on Tuesday and Wednesday, but it's no more than like a quarter of an inch. And if you look at the forecast, it's going to be upwards of 105 degrees. So I'm not worried about the golf course getting soft. It's going to be dry. It's going to be hot. It's going to be firm. So hit fairways. If you're hitting fairways, it's going to roll out and then lean in on that iron play. So that's kind of the way to do it around TPC Southwind. We see all guys like Rose and Spawn last year. Those are perennial driving accuracy approach players. So that's what we were looking for when it comes to TPC Southwind. Looking at the odds board, we'll jump right to it. Dom, we're seeing Scotty Scheffler with a 4.5 to 1. That's one of the longest names. Rory 10, Cam, Xander, Tommy are rounding out sub 20 to 1. So what's your first look at this odds board thinking? Like, are we going to Scotty or what's the vibes?
I feel like this is a spot where you might have to consider Scotty. Like it's
a good number.
We sound like a broken record, but it's going to happen at some point. And what you're looking for this week is exactly what Scotty brings to the table. I mean, you could say that in pretty much any event, but to be honest, I'm not too intrigued by many guys up in this range. So not to say I get to Scotty often. I think I've gotten there once or twice this year.
I've gone twice, failed both times.
I don't know. It kind of makes a lot of sense here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to victory lap my Scotty under 4.5 wins. Technically, it could still happen. I think because we just did all of.
I don't know if it can.
Yeah, maybe not, because he's not going to play any fall events.
No.
Unless he plays one before the President's Cup and just wins the next 3.
Right.
But yeah,
which
he did last time. There was like an event. He played the Pro Tour. So, and did he win that?
The Pro Tour?
The Pro Tour. It was Scotty, Ben Griffin, and like Jackson Coyven in the final group. I think Scotty won that. I'm gonna double check that. Wow.
Pro Tour last year.
You're not thinking of anyone else in this
Scotty
1
did
to
win
20
it.
range. Scotty did win it. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I mean, it could still happen if he just wins out starting this week.
Yeah.
Um, I'm with you though. I like Scotty. Like if I'm picking any guy from like 4.5 to 1 to 20, Xander's been inconsistent. Tommy has been inconsistent. Rory is Rory. Cameron Young, like definitely, I'm definitely have some eyes on Cameron Young. He's hitting the ball so well. He lost like 8 strokes putting last week on Bermuda, which he's usually really puts really well on. I'm sure he's going to bounce back in that regard. He's still hitting it. I tweeted out, he had his best approach week since his win at Sawgrass, and he finished T61. So we know he's hitting it well. We know the good vibes are coming back from Cameron Young, but this is a good number on Scotty in a 70-man field. I definitely did not think we'd get a 4.5 or like maybe upwards of a 5 in a 70-man field.
No, I didn't either. So it's definitely intriguing. Are we overlooking Xander at all? Stay away. But
right.
Solo 2 at the Rocket, where he
gained like 10 ball striking, I think.
I was extremely scared of him down the stretch. Seemed like he was doing everything right. It was one of his better events, actually his best event this year when it comes to driving accuracy. He putted well off the tee and approach. He gained over 5 strokes. So it's like the number seemed a little short at the Rocket and ended up being correct. So it's like, I don't know. Sam Burns and Tommy make a lot of sense here, like in the low 20s. But I think everyone's going to kind of skip Xander and look at those guys.
No, I totally agree. When I did a show earlier this morning, I mentioned Xander as like the pivot of the week because I don't think anyone's just going to go to him. I don't even think he's a bad player or a good player. I just think people are going to overlook him. So take that for what it's worth in terms of Xander Schauffele. But I think I'm with you on Scotty. If we're looking at the next range, we got, I guess, Sam Burns you could lump in there. Matt Fitzpatrick down to like the 40s. We got Wyndham Clark, Bob Mack, Jackson Coyven, Siwoo. A couple names in here. So 20 to 40, a fun name here. Definitely some interesting names. Who are you liking in this range?
It's hard to get off of Hideki right now, I feel like.
Especially here.
Everything's working. We talked about it last week. Like he was gaining off the tee with accuracy, continued to do that last week at the Wyndham, continued his stretch of top 10 finishes. I'm kind of looking at long irons, and he obviously brings that to the table. Plays well here. I feel like I feel like everything is kind of lining up for Hideki. He's 30 to 1. Can he get it done? I have no doubts that he can pick off a win here in the FedEx Cup playoffs, but I don't know. I feel like 30's pretty appealing for Hideki.
Yeah, I mean he's finally driving it well, and like the results are showing what he's doing. I just feel like everyone's going to be on Hideki. He's a volatile guy. I don't know if I can get there, but like the thing with Hideki is like he shows it and he can pop. So I don't think it's a play that makes no sense. Obviously, it makes a ton of sense, but I'm gonna look at Siwoo Kim. I've been on Siwoo Kim all year long, and he's gotten me in the mix. He's gotten me sweats, which like I can appreciate that. He hasn't obviously won, but he's just had such a comically good season when it comes to like hitting the golf ball. The golf ball so well. Rocket Classic was not his best, but it was just a really, really bad putting week from Siwoo. Before that, T6 and T9 leading in. And looking at his results here, he's got a T14. He's got a T16. Not the greatest in the world, but nothing to cross off. So I just like Siwoo's number. I like his upside. I mean, 30 to 1. I bet him at like worse numbers before. Get him with another guy at the top if you don't want to go with Scotty. So Siwoo is going to be my guy from this range.
And he's only lost with accuracy once this year.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I don't know
he's going to play from the fairway, and that's a pretty big deal this week. So
yeah,
I feel like I can't get Siwoo right. Like the only time I was on him was at the Rocket, and was never really live. But I was like, God, he's doing everything you want him to do this year. He hasn't got a win, but playing just as good as anybody. I feel like top to bottom. So makes sense. Pat is at 35. I was on him at the Rocket. Don't think I will go back, but he actually does rate out really well for me.
100%.
35 is just too short, in my opinion.
And like, again, can Pat win a golf tournament? That is the question. Can Pat win? I don't know what and I also saw a tweet. He ranked outside of the top 40 for the first time in a very, very long time. A very, very long time after, I don't
World
know,
golf
whatever
ranking.
event. Yeah, I saw that tweet. I mean, it could be a fake tweet, but that's what I saw. It's all today. So Pat, definitely intriguing, but I don't know if I can get there. Anyone else you're looking at in this 30 or 20 to 40 range? You want to move down a little bit?
I was on Justin Thomas last week. It wasn't bad. I mean,
No,
for
wasn't bad.
some reason they showed it felt like every shot on Sunday, and he was like,
I know. Well, because he was playing with
back.
Spieth.
Yeah.
He's playing with Spieth, so they had all that featured.
He's in pretty much the same spot as he was last week price wise. You can get a 33. It's so hard for me to go back to some guys like that. We skipped over Colin. What do you think of Colin at 27?
Colin rated out so well for me. And I mean, if we're thinking driving accuracy and approach, that makes sense. And he's honestly done better on like bigger golf courses, longer golf courses, like rather than the Sawgrasses of the world. I mean, I know he won at Pebble, but he's really popped at like those golf courses where, yeah, you're playing out of the fairway, but you're not just hitting short irons. Like he's one of the greatest full bag iron players in the world. So this definitely makes sense for Colin. I definitely am considering it on this Monday evening.
And then the one thing I forgot to mention about Hideki was your tweet. What a shot.
Yeah. I wonder if I can share my screen and put that tweet up. I definitely can.
You should be able to, and it's worth showing because that was, I don't think I've seen, and I don't know if it's golf, so it's hard to say that that's exactly what he tried to do, but like he could not have landed that ball in a better spot.
All right, let me get this tweet up. Let me get this tweet up. I can share it right now. 1 second. Here we go. All right. If you didn't see it, by the way, 1.1 million impressions. Not a big deal. Here we go. Watch this Hideki shot.
Just impossible.
And Joel Damon laughing. And Joel Damon.
That landed on the fringe.
It was genuinely insane. Like that's Hideki kind of being out of contention. I'm like, I'm just gonna try this, and he tried it. I also hate that everyone's like Hideki at Matsuyama underrated short game. It's not underrated. It's amazing, and everyone knows it's amazing. Like, come on, what are we doing? What are we doing here? So,
and if it ever was quote unquote underrated, I don't think it is anymore. You don't just do that.
Right. Like, come on. All right, let's go to next range. Let's go 50 to 100 because it's like a smaller field. I got two names in this range. First one is around 75 to 1, and it's Akshay Bhatia coming off of 2 straight missed cuts at the Rocket, which is concerning. Drove it horribly, and at the Open Championship. But when you think Akshay Bhatia, he's finished T6 here in his career. That was last year. And he's got a win this year at Bay Hill, which is another bigger Bermuda golf course that asks you to do similar things, play out of the fairway, firm fairways. And
course history isn't great, but I feel like Shane Lowry is just not himself this year.
I feel like he hasn't played all year.
No, I know.
Where's Shane been?
Stumbled into the top 70. That just shows like the good players just rise to the top, regardless. But actually, how many events has he played this year? Because you're right, 1, 2, 3.
What's the last event he played? The Open, I would assume. Obviously,
yeah,
like
15 events, 16 events. I want to say. Speaking of guys playing events, I looked up last night how many Brooks Koepka played. He shouldn't even really be that upset, like missing, if he's not going to play every single week. Like he had so many withdrawals. There were so many like smaller fields he just could have played in. I don't know. I know it's harder when you don't get into the signatures, and that's probably why a lot of these guys are elevated. Like I don't think either of us pay attention to the FedEx Cup standings throughout the year, especially 11 through 70.
We probably would if it didn't change every single year what matters and what doesn't matter. So
right. I was just gonna say you see a lot of guys who qualified for the signatures like just fall into the top 70 again because they're getting all those points. Like Harry Hall,
Yeah, there's a few guys like that, like Harry Hall, like
Patrick
I mean,
Rogers, wasn't
Ben
he in
Griffin
all the
didn't have a good
signatures or
year by
no?
any means. Ben Griffin was in all the signatures, didn't do anything in any of them. Like he had like a 3-week run.
Yeah,
Um,
just no cut
a lot of
events
guys.
you're getting points for, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
All
There's
right,
always
yeah.
gonna be
I got one
flaws.
more guy in this range, a little bit shorter than Akshay. He's around 70 to 1. It's Ryan Gerard. Ryan Gerard coming off of a miscut T8, T9, but the ball striking has been phenomenal. He actually hit the ball pretty solidly in 2 rounds at the Wyndham Championship. It was a really poor short game week from Ryan Gerard. And is Ryan Gerard a generational short gamer? No. But the run he's been on with the short game has been generational. He's had like putting weeks upwards of 10 strokes on Bermuda grass. Like, I don't know how he's found this putter recently because we know Ryan Gerard has sucked with the putter, but it's been 1, 2, 3, 7 of his last 8 starts have been green with the putter. This is an event which makes sense for Gerard. I think his best surface is Bermuda. So little flop lag. I don't know if it's an outright play, but I think Ryan Gerard gives you some nice upside in the 70s.
Yeah, I can always be talked into some Ryan Gerard. Thor is 66 and obviously rates out extremely well. I don't like going to guys who recently won, but I have money to play with because of him. So
just donate it back to him.
I just might continue to donate it back to him and get back to
He's hitting the ball.
to even. It's only right.
Hitting the ball so well. Yeah, I love it. All right, triple digits. Want me to start it off, or you got someone in the triple digits to start it off?
Go ahead.
All right, I'm going to go with 200 to 1, Nick Taylor. Nick Taylor has kind of struggled with the approach play recently, but he's putting really well. Has only lost strokes putting once since the Truist Championship, which was all the way back in May. And what he is doing is gaining in accuracy, which he usually does. He gains term strokes in accuracy, not strokes. He gains to the field in accuracy off the tee damn near every single week. He's got a ton of experience here. He's only missed a cut one time when this was a cut event, but he's doesn't have the greatest finishes here. I like what Nick Taylor can do with the driving accuracy, and then from there, hopefully find something with the approach play. And we talked about it last week, I think. Nick Taylor's a guy who just pop at random. So he's my one triple-digit play that I am on this week. Nick Taylor, 200 to 1.
I'll start with Sahith Theegala, who I actually was kind of upset I didn't get to him at 90 last week, but he's at 125 this week. Had a horrible Sunday. Really just not a great weekend altogether.
T49 is crazy.
T49, yeah. Especially what he opened with a 62 was T2 and then followed up with a 69, was inside the top 5 heading into the weekend and didn't even cash a top 40, which seems impossible. Was a little wild off the tee, which I don't love, but the irons were there again. So it's not like he's extremely inaccurate. I mean, he's inconsistent when it comes to hitting fairways. But just based off of what he's been doing with his irons since the start of June, I think is worth a look at 125. Ryan Fox at 150, I feel like.
I mean,
I could be talked into just because of the number. I don't think he's really.
Why can't Ryan Fox win again? No, he just beat all these guys.
True.
Like, I agree with you.
Did everything. Gained a ton putting.
He's a 3-time winner in the last like year and a half.
It's the last time he played.
He's a world beater now. He can do what he wants.
Last time he played was an Open Championship win, and he's 150 to 1 in a 70-man field.
I mean, we see stuff like that happen. Not every year, but we see stuff like that happen once in a while. Where like it's like, why is he the X number? He just won. Like the books don't think he can win again. Well, he can win again. Like it has to happen. Like things don't just not happen. Things have to happen.
And I feel like no one's going to be on him.
Yeah, that was a crazy quote I just said, but it could happen. Yeah. All right, you want to bring it back around? Anyone else?
I was just looking at a 300 on Pearson Cootie.
He's been playing so bad, but I like Pearson Cootie. Like he might be the bad Cootie again. He's playing horrible golf.
Worse than Parker?
Parker used to be the better one. Parker used to be the absolute better one. So
he has been playing bad. I didn't realize he withdrew from Wyndham.
Yeah, he's been playing horrible. So I'm off of it. All right, let's go bring it back around. 3 outrights, 3 positionals. I'm actually gonna start it off and go with one outright only, and that's going to be Scotty Scheffler. I'm going to pull the trigger. It's just, I thought about it, and as we were going, I was doing some more digging, and what Scotty Scheffler is doing right now with the putter, what he did last year at Southwind, last 2 years with the putter, at it's hard to ignore. And we know it's coming. He only has to beat 69 other guys. 4.5, 5-1 is one of the best numbers we've seen on Scotty all year. I'm not gonna try to get cute with it. Single bullet. My only selection, Scotty Scheffler.
Can't even follow you for it. Because like it gets gross, and I don't even know what my outright card is going to look like this week. But I will start with Xander at 20. I think, like we said, he's going to get overlooked coming off of a solo second at the Rocket. My second one will be Hideki at 30, and then we will go with Shane Lowry at 80.
Okay, I like it. I like that card. Some upside there for sure. All right, positionals time. I will give my first 2 positionals. You'll give yourself 2, and then we'll decide what we are going to do for top 40. So I'm going to go 2 top 20s to start. I'm going to start with Chris Gotterup, top 20 plus 102. I just feel like not even course fit, just we're getting plus money on Gotterup to finish inside the top 20 in a 70-man field. Gotterup has proven to be a top 10 player on the PGA Tour. He can win in any field, can be not scared of anybody, and golf course where you can level up with elite driving, and that low fairway runner is going to do numbers for Gotterup this week because it's going to be so firm, it's going to run out. And then the second top 20 I'm going to go with, it's Akshay Bhatia, around what plus 175. Talked about him earlier. Win at Bay Hill. I think the Bay Hill win is comps nice with this course, and buying Akshay at a low. We know he finished T6 here last year. If he can get the driver in order, I would be happy with Akshay. So Akshay Bhatia and Chris Gotterup are top 20s.
All right, I'm gonna start with Russell Henley. We'll go with his top 10 at plus 340. I feel like this. I mean, we skipped over him from an outright perspective. I don't bet him outright very much as it is, but I feel like this is a good spot for Russell Henley. And then we'll go Alex Fitzpatrick, top 20 at plus 225.
I'm
looking for accuracy. There's been a lot of tracks that it feels like have made a lot of sense for Alex Fitzpatrick, and he's kind of fallen off since his hot start, but I like him to get back on track and get a top 20 finish this week. It would be his first one since the Travelers.
Let's do it. All right, top 40. I paid you out $5 back-to-back for you, Rico Hoey, with the T25 cash in it. You now have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're up by 3 again. I went on a little run, and you're back on a little run. We've been hot now. We've hit the last, 6 of the last 7 weeks. We're getting hot with the top 40. So top 40 this week, obviously a 70-man field. I'm thinking we do outrights 200 to 1 or longer. What are you thinking for top 40?
There are top 40 odds. How many
there
guys are?
Okay.
I just found it.
Where? What
on the book.
You could say it.
But we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys.
5 guys? All right, let's go from – want to go from there? Or you want to –
Yeah, let's do it. Well, right, I was going to say we could do top 30 on the same book. How many we got here? What is this? Okay. Yeah, we'll go top 30, same book, because we're going to have to shrink it as the playoffs go on.
Okay.
So it starts with, do you want me to read them to you?
Yeah. Who did it start with?
Harris English, Wrighton, Bridgman, Akshay. You want Akshay? I bet you haven't used him yet.
Alex I'll go with Akshay. I'm going to go with Akshay. I'm going to ride the Akshay ladder this week.
Jordan Spieth, Jordan Smith, Keith Mitchell, Sung Jae. Have I used Alex Fitzpatrick?
You use Matt Fitzpatrick in a signature event.
I'll take Alex, top 30.
Okay. All right. Akshay Bhatia versus Alex Fitzpatrick, top 30, one and done. And then we have Chris Gotterup for me. Akshay Bhatia, top 20, little ladder action. And then Scotty Scheffler outright. Dom has Shane Lowry, Deki Matsuyama. Who's your third outright?
Shane.
No, I said Shane.
Oh,
Shane,
Xander.
Gecky, and Xander. Okay, there we go. Those are the picks for the week. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully we can cash. Had a nice little start to the end of the summer, the fall with Dom recently. So hopefully I can get on the winter train, and yeah, we'll catch you guys next week for the BMW